Hello everybody, today we are here with a very special guest who many people consider a hero here in the 209. He's been in the news recently, helping support families during tragic events, and he's a great example of the positive spirits that we have here in the Central Valley, and a great example of a good citizen. So today we have Juan Heredia. He is a professional diver, he is a realtor, he is a contractor, he does a little bit of everything. So please, Juan, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
My name is Juan Heredia. I'm a scuba diving instructor, and that brought me here with Motec about talking about what's happening here in the Central Valley with a lot of victims that get drowned. I'm from Argentina. I came to this country 24 years ago. Yeah.
So you've been here only 24 years, and you're already having a major impact. For those who may not be aware, there were some tragic events that occurred recently. One was at Stagg High School in Stockton, California, where a 15-year-old student drowned. Law enforcement, I think it was about a week, they were searching for the teen's body in the Calaveras River there. They were not able to locate it. You were able to locate it on your first day that you tried?
Yeah, in my first 30 minutes.
Within 30 minutes. And then you also were able to recover the body of a mother who drowned, saving her 3-year-old child in Stanislaus County, in Newman.
Yeah.
And then more recent than that, you were attempting to search for the body of a man who drowned in, I forget the name of the lake, in Merced County.
It was San Joaquin River.
San Joaquin River in Merced County, correct?
Merced County.
Okay, so I know in both cases or let's get let's talk about the first incident. First of all, if you could explain what your process is like. A lot of people may not understand how dangerous it is to go diving, especially with, I imagine it's zero visibility in these rivers. They're cold, they're dark. Please explain more about what you do.
Okay, so everything started in Argentina, in my country. We don't have clear waters, so I started scuba diving there, and I get so used to water with zero visibility that for me is natural. So when Xavier, when they were looking for Xavier, they passed 6 days and they stopped the search here in the Calaveras River. So the mom was asking for help. Anybody that can go and help, just to look with kayak and walk around the river. But I went there with my daughter and said, you know what, let's go and take a look. I didn't know where Stagg High School was. And I met a mom by the shore, and she was pleading to me to help and say, I'm a scuba diver, I'm gonna come tomorrow and do my best. So when I saw the water was dark, didn't move too much, and I knew there was a lot of debris in the water because the homeless camp was next to the river.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew for sure that it's gonna be not easy and it's gonna be dangerous, right? But I'm used to, and I'm used to hear the family crying and begging for somebody to recover the son. So that pushed me to say, you know what, next day I'm gonna come, we're gonna be here by 8, 9 in the morning, and that's what I did. I went the next day, and in 30 minutes I was able to locate Xavier.
Wow.
30 minutes. It was dark, zero visibility, and I did my search. I changed 2 paths because it was they said there were a laundry machine and rivers and everything in the bottom, so I have to change my search from the shore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I did 1 pass and I found him.
Wow. Now, what was that like, especially so fast, finding what you were looking for. What was that like for you?
It's hard to describe that sensation. Xavier, what I was looking that day was a flat body on the ground. That's what I was looking for.
Wow.
So my search was go around, touch. I have a dry line that allow me to go 4 feet in one end to the other end, extend another 4 feet, go back another 4 feet, and come back. So I was 100% sure, and I promised to the mom before I went to dive. I promised to the mom 2 things. One, I'm gonna find your son, 100% sure, or I'm gonna be 100% sure that your son is not here. My mission was to go and look in that river inch by inch. So the way I found Xavier was amazing. When you expect that a body will be laid down on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
he was stand up.
Oh wow.
He was stand up because I saw the tennis shoes, and I touched the tennis shoes, and then I grabbed his pant, but I didn't realize that was him because I was expecting to be flat. So he was stand up with his hands up like this, and he was looking up. He was just like that. Was an angel, and I saw the light in his face.
Wow.
So it was indescribable. And when I tied my rope to him, he was looking in one direction. When I tied the rope to him, because I didn't want to lose him, and I went up, the straight line was, in the end of the straight line was the mom.
Oh wow.
The mom was sitting in that end, and he was looking in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
He may look in any direction, but no, he was looking in that direction with his arm up. Man, when I went up and I saw the mom in the other line, I said, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. I'm sure they were very thankful, but at the same time, very sad to confirm the tragic loss of their son. And the next event was a young mother. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I just came back from the funeral last night, and it was Brenda, and I was getting ready. It was Monday. It was a Monday, and I was ready to go to work. I find a house to go showing to the client, and I get the text and say, "Hey, are you Juan the diver? And how much will you charge to go and look for a body?" I say, "Who are you?" And my sister just passed on Saturday. They cannot find it. All 3 days the sheriff is looking for. They couldn't find her. I said, "Okay, I'm not gonna charge anything, and will never charge for something like that. And give me an hour. Let me get ready here." I call my son. "Can you come with me? Let's go dive." I said, "Yeah, with my equipment." That was on Sunday, I think it was Sunday. And then we drove. We drove there, and I started asking, "Okay, tell me everything. Who was the last person that saw Brenda?" And she came and said, "I saw her right there." Okay. I was looking in the river with my son, my daughter. My son was my diver, my second diver, and my daughter on the shore. She's responsible to take care of us with any equipment that we need and take care of the family.
And that's a good thing for people to understand is it's not just you doing this by yourself, but your family is helping you with the efforts.
Yes. And my wife, the same thing. She's there and she understands the family pain. She understands the pain. because a year ago she just lost her son, 20 years old.
Sorry to hear that.
And the forensic report was he drowned.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So the connection that we have with those families so deeply that we understand their pain. So she pointed where Brenda drowned, and then I talked to my son and said, you know what? I can see the river, I can read the river, and I know she's around this corner. But let's start from the difficult first, because we're gonna get tired. So let's go look for where the current was, and then we come back to the shore. So we jump in the current, we drift, we let the current push us until we hit with something, and that's a tree at the branches, and we start looking around the tree, around the branches. We don't find nothing, jump to another one. You just let it go to another one. That's how we were able to dive, get out of the water, walk back, do it again, go back, do it again, until I found Brenda.
And again, to remind people, this is something that you and your family do just voluntarily. You're not paid, you don't charge. This is something you do because, like you're saying, you have a connection with the circumstances of the tragic loss because of your wife's son, and I think that's a very important part of the story that most people don't realize, the amount of effort that it takes and the dedication and the passion. So I'm sure those families are very, very thankful.
Yes.
And how were you able to find Brenda?
And Brenda, I was diving by the shore, and I started. The way you dive is you have zero visibility. You don't see nothing. So the only way to find something is just touching. The light touch, until I touch her. I touch her, and once I got her, I was able to swim behind a tree because the current was pushing me. Once I grabbed her, I didn't want to let go, and I had to adjust my equipment right away because I got to take her, but it was like 8 feet, 10 feet deep.
Wow.
So I have to go around I went around the tree, and then I call my daughter. She knows every time that the way I whistle to her that I need help or I found somebody, and she knew right away, and they came to help me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I understand she had drowned while trying to save her 3-year-old
Yes.
daughter, who I guess got, you turn 1 second and she's running into the water. And I suspect maybe the dangers of the water, many people underestimate or don't factor in. Even if it's a warm day, the water is freezing cold. And could you tell us more about how that happens? Why do people drown? Is it because they get fooled by the warm weather and then they're surprised by the current, or is it just them not being strong swimmers? Or
Yeah. Everything's a combination of everything. If you go to the river, go to the lake, they think that it's safe because the water is just to your knee high, but they don't know the configuration of the lake. They don't see that the mountains right around you. So the lake is there, you can see it's flat, but you don't know how the drop.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the drop? And when you don't know how to swim, and you trust that the bottom is that high, and then suddenly go down, you start panicking. And the same with the kid. The kids are jumping out, they are safe, but they don't know that the kid can drown in 1 foot of water. They just they just try to do something crazy with somebody else, and just they put the head under the water, and it's enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's enough. People don't understand that the water is dangerous. You have the river with current. Once you go in the current, it's gonna take you out. It's gonna take you out. When I was in Calavera River, I was holding to a cinder block, and I couldn't slow it. I grabbed the block to slow me down, and the current is so strong, it's still gonna take you out.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know how to get out from the current, it's impossible.
And that's an important reminder for viewers. You know, water safety is, especially with the weather getting warm, it is important to be aware and understand the dangers of water, whether they're at the lake or in the river. It might seem, as Juan is explaining, it might seem very calm and peaceful, but it can be very deceiving. And so just a reminder to always practice safety when taking your family out to rivers or lakes during the summer. And I imagine, I don't know all the circumstances or details with Mr. Singh, I believe his name was, in Merced. That was probably a factor in him drowning as well. Now I understand that the sheriff in Merced County was not cooperative with allowing you to volunteer. Could you explain a little bit more about what happened there?
Yeah. So when I was looking for Xavier and I was looking for Brenda, somebody called us and was in the news, and they stopped the search in Stockton, and they were searching in Newman, but I didn't ask the sheriff. I just went there and they asked the family if they want me to die. They said yes. That was fine. When I get a text from a friend of Jadid, the person that drowned in San Joaquin in Merced, we didn't know. We didn't hear in the news. We were looking everywhere and we didn't see. So we thought that was a scam. We thought that, okay, somebody's trying to pull my leg.
Mm-hmm.
So we make the mistake to call the sheriff department to ask if they have any report somebody that drowned there. So they say no, we don't have nothing. Okay, do you know who may know about the situation? So they call somebody else and they say, who are you? And my wife was calling and say, I'm Mercedes Heredia. I'm calling to know if that person passed drowned in the river. And we had a report that somebody was missing in the water, but we cannot give you any more information. Okay, so now we know that it's true. Somebody was missing in the water, drowned. We went there. And the news find out that I was on my way there. Everybody showed up there, and I started doing my first dive. I did my first dive. I couldn't find him. I came back walking, and then the sheriff was there. So the sheriff was doing an interview, and he started saying that I'm a swimmer. I'm not a professional diver, I'm a swimmer.
Wow.
That I'm just a YouTuber, that I'm here for news, for likes, for followers. And then the people that was in the news, they already took me interview in Newman, and were the same people that took me interview again in Calavera River. So the people say, what are you talking about? He's a professional diver. He already found 2 persons.
Wow.
And so he didn't know. The sheriff, he didn't know. But he was talking bad about me before he talked to me. And the news was saying, no, that's not true. We came to do an interview because he found 2 people already. So he came back and talked to me after an interview and say, the river is closed. You cannot swim here. You cannot dive here. Say, why? I'm looking to help this family to find a closure to their grieving.
Yeah.
Why not? Say, are you assuming that somebody died here? And say, well, you don't know that somebody drowned? No. I don't know that if somebody drowned here. You know? Say, that's what I heard. And the family told me.
The family told you.
Yeah, that somebody drowned here. So I'm asking, so Sheriff, why you are here? Why you came with your people here? Because we heard that a swimmer went, sir, I'm not a swimmer. I can be a good swimmer, but I'm a diver. I'm a professional diver. I have 30 years doing this, and I already get 3 people back to the family.
And you're a dive instructor as well, correct?
Correct. I'm a scuba dive instructor. I'm a K diver instructor too, which is way higher than be just an instructor. K diver is you have to be diving in cave with 5 tanks and a lot of equipment, so it's completely different than most of the instructors know here. But he said no. This is your last day. Tomorrow the river is gonna be closed.
Wow.
Nobody can jump in the water. And say, okay, why? Because I don't want to be responsible for you. Like, make no sense. Okay, I don't want to put my team, I have to bring 24 people from my dive team to rescue you if something happened to you. Okay, you know what? That doesn't make sense either. I'm gonna tell you why now. If you're gonna bring your dive team to look for me because I drowned, why you don't do it now? That we already have somebody there.
Yeah.
We already have a son that drowned. Why you don't do it now? Why are you waiting for me to do it? To pass in the water? Why you don't do it now? So he back up and say, you don't want to be responsible for me? So you're telling me that you're responsible for his life because he drowned? You're responsible for a swimmer that is gonna jump in the river? No. So why you wanna be responsible for me?
So they weren't even searching at all at that point?
Nothing.
Wow.
He came without saying, oh yeah, I know that somebody's drowned. Was nobody there.
So he just went there to stop you?
To stop me.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the same with the sheriff in Newman. The sheriff in Newman say, oh, we told Juan where to look. Really? So if you have an impression, you think that that person is right there, why you didn't look there? Why you spent 3 days and you didn't look there? Why, oh, Juan, we told him to look there. Doesn't work like that. They think that I'm from the other side. They think that my intention is show to them that, oh, I'm better than them, and it's not that. It's just, it doesn't matter who found the person. It's for the family.
Absolutely.
I don't care if your son is missing. Will you care if I'm a sheriff, or I'm a police, or I'm a volunteer? You don't care. You want your son back. You don't care who found. If you're a Republican, Democrat, whatever, any color, you don't care. You want your son back. You want your mom back.
Absolutely.
It's not a competition. So it's different in tragedy. In Newman, the family want to fight with the sheriff. And I told him, listen, they're doing the search for 3 days. They left their own family to come and help to do the search. You cannot be upset to them because they didn't find him.
Yeah.
But they put the work. They left the family at home to come here, and they put the work to find him. Bad luck, different approach, whatever you want to call. But they did the work too. It's not just me. They did the work. So I want to the sheriff department to understand that this is not for them, it's not for me, it's for the family. That's my concern. It bothered me because why don't allow me to dive?
Wow. Well, I'm sure the families were very appreciative, regardless of the circumstances. So definitely, kudos to you and your familia for helping out and helping bring closure to these families that are dealing with the stress of a very tragic event. So, hats off to you and your family and everything that you guys do. When you're not diving and being a hero, what else do you do?
When I do real estate, I'm a real estate consultant. So
Okay.
I do loans for family that need to buy a home. I'm do real estate. I'm a general contractor too.
Okay.
But my passion is diving, and I'm starting in June. I'm gonna start to teach scuba diving.
Okay.
I was planning to do it last year, and I got busy, and now it's coming back. So yeah, yesterday I got some equipment. I bought some equipment for people to take the class, and a lot of people want to do it.
For anybody watching who may be interested in learning to dive from your class, where can they get more information?
They can call me.
Okay.
They can call me or look me in Facebook. They're gonna find me there.
Okay.
That's Juan Heredia. Yeah.
And how do they call you? How do they get a hold of you?
They can call me to 209-774-6661.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, definitely appreciate you being able to take
Thank
the
you.
time to come
I
here, and
appreciate
thank
it.
you for your work and everything that you do. We have a small token of our appreciation, very
nice.
small compared to what you deserve, but
Thank you.
just a little token.
Yeah.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to or thank? I heard you mention your wife, Mercedes, so shout out to her. And what about your children? What are their names who helped you out?
My son is Matias Heredia. My daughter is Camila Heredia, and my wife is Mercedes Heredia. Those are my support, and 24-hour and 24/7. They're my support in my business and my family, and and diving too. So thank you to them.
All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Reminder, everybody, please take serious when you go out to the lakes or the rivers. Do not be fooled by the calmness of the water. It can be very cold and the current can be very fast. So please keep that in mind so we avoid any future tragedies. So Juan has been a hero here, helping families to recover from their grief and return their loved ones. Our condolences go out to those families going through this tough time, as well as condolences, for the loss of your wife's son as well. So thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Again, you can find Juan Heredia on Facebook. If you missed it, you can rewind the video back and get his phone number if you want to join his dive class. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Until the next episode.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.